guys, it's Grant's Comics here. Today we'll be reviewing a comic that I wanted for since I started collecting comics. Now, if you guys seen my I paid $100 for my Grail and what was it, childhood comic. You guys know about what this comic is. It is none other than my Grail. I don't know, hold on. Sorry about that. The Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage. So, this is pretty cool. So before, I'm gonna get into the story first about this. This is basically, obviously, the first appearance of Carnage, but there's a few things that I want to discuss. So obviously, one of it takes place, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and Mary Jane is already together. They're married and stuff like that, and he thinks he killed Venom, and on this island. So, and it was on another issue called Amazing Spider-Man 347 or something. I'll Google that and I'll get it or something. At some point, I don't know if I find it at an antique shop or something. But anyways, he pretended to die so Venom can leave him alone, stuff like that, and and then after that I guess he escaped and stuff like that. So after he left the island, he went back to New York and was doing what he does, taking pictures of Spider-Man and stuff like that, and doing other crimes. It's pretty bad, but so yeah, he was doing that, but in this issue, I guess Carnage kills this guy called Captain Chip and stuff like that, and he's basically saying, "Oh, this is not a movie. This is fantasy and stuff like that." And Chip is actually someone that Peter Parker went to school with, and when Peter found out that he got killed and stuff like that, he was being a Spider-Man and saying who the heck killed this guy. He found evidence with the police and found out that some symbiote got into him, and at first he was like, "Wait, I killed Venom. Well, why is he still back alive? Did Eddie Brock escape?" But as you can see, Venom or Carnage is not black, it's red. So he finds out it's Carnage later on. So he goes up as Spider-Man. He goes into an abandoned building or something. He's like, "Oh, this is where kids play. We hear kids all the time laughing." But when he found out that it wasn't a kid, it was Cletus Cassidy, who was a serial killer and burnt down a school way back when he was a kid, stuff like that. And he found out that he found Cletus Cassidy in abandoned building, and that's where this whole fight between Carnage and Spider-Man begins. So I gotta take this carefully. I'm gonna show you the. So here is I'm trying to be careful with that. Here's Carnage in the beginning. I'm gonna try to find the scene without ruining. Oh yeah, Mary Jane apparently smoked weed or smoked cigarettes before they got together. Here is where he finds out about the history of Cletus Cassidy and the school burning, or the building being on fire, and this is where he finds the abandoned building, and that's where he runs into Carnage. There you go. This is where the battle of the Carnage begins. So they start fighting, and towards the end of their battle, the cops come and then Venom kills one of the officers and stuff like that, and But anyways, yeah, there's Carnage. Carnage kills a police officer or takes an officer down, stuff like that, and then he escapes. Um, he escapes the facility. So, towards the end of this issue, Spider-Man tells Mary Jane, "I can't fight Carnage by myself. I need someone that is as strong as Carnage." And she's like, "You're not gonna say, are you? You're not gonna say." And he's like, "Yep, I need to depend on Venom." So he needs to fight. He needs to team up with Venom, which is on Amazing Spider-Man 362. He needs to team up with Venom to destroy Carnage, stuff like that. The ironic thing about this issue is that towards the beginning of this, or in the beginning of this issue, Peter Parker gets a phone call from his friend about how his other friend got killed by Carnage, but he makes a joke saying to Aunt May that, "Oh, it better not be Donald Trump." That's the funny thing about it. And I didn't know. I'll show you I'm gonna open this again and I'm gonna show you. It's funny because the election, as this video is recorded, as this video comes up, the election was like 3 days ago. And it's funny how they mention Donald Trump. Here, let me find it. Oh, right here. I don't know if you can. It's right over here. I don't know if you can see it. But on this issue out here, you can pause that for a little bit. But it's so ironic how this talks about it. And even back then, Marvel made a joke about him and saying how bad of a person he is or was. Like that. Even so many people before he became the president, people were like, "Oh, Trump is bad. He's bad news." So it's just ironic seeing this in a comic book. How I got this 3 days before the election was over. It's just too funny. But anyways, I want to give a shout out to Tony, who had this and is holding this for me for a long time. Like I said, I wanted this ever since I started seriously collecting comics. This is my holy grail. This is my holy grail. Even more, I wanted this more than Amazing Fantasy 15. A lot of people were probably commenting, "Oh, what about Amazing Fantasy 15 versus Spider-Man?" No, this is my comic. I want to be buried in this comic like this. Like, yeah, I want. No one is gonna touch this. Like I said, no one's gonna touch this ever. I'm gonna CGC it. My future kids ain't gonna touch this. My friends ain't gonna touch this. Nobody. This is untouchable until I'm not here in this earth anymore. But anyways, Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Alright.